Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Unlimited Podcast. Today we have Xolo and Joe Manganiello, two amazing actors. Xolo, this is our first time meeting, so amazing. Really looking forward to chopping up with you, brother. Joe, longtime friend. It's my dog, so always happy to catch up with my guy. But yeah, man, welcome, guys. I appreciate you making the time.
Thanks, man. I am going to jump in here really quick though, because I want to know, did you guys not meet at that huge magic party up at Posty's place that he rented up in the hills? Remember, with the giant security guards? Because like everybody was there, and then like the Cobra Kai entire cast like rolled up on that place. Remember?
I mean, I was gonna say I remember. I think it's the only time that I've had to show my ID to play Magic anywhere. It was a real fun time. I mean, but those sessions, I mean, there's like 40 people playing Magic at the same time. So getting to play with each other, I mean, we definitely were in the same building. It felt like everyone was there that night.
Dude, you know,
Yeah.
Posty did those things so many times during COVID and stuff. Like
Yeah.
I very well could have missed like that particular one that like everybody was at. But dude,
You
I
were there
actually
because I was there. I was there with you, man. Because I remember we were in the kitchen playing. I had just no. It was like night one of me trying out the Tiamat deck.
oh yeah, that was right after we had finished building. Oh man, that's sick. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, I can't believe. I mean, well, we didn't meet that day, but today we meet, man. It's an honor
Hey,
to have you
thanks
guys
for having
on.
us on.
Yeah, of course, man. Dude, I actually got the chance. Have you guys ever, Joe? You've been to Frankensons, right?
I came down to your tournament
Yep.
that was at Frank and Sons.
Yep.
I beat Joe Johnson so bad with the Tiamat deck repeatedly that he took all of his foiled Tiamats out of his folder, slapped them down on the table, and said, "You can have them."
Oh, that made those
That was at
tournaments
Frank
were
and
sick.
Sons, but yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. The reason why I mentioned is I was there this weekend and Posty popped up, man. I hadn't seen him in a couple years. He's getting back into the game, man. So it's exciting, bro.
Yeah.
There's so much good stuff going on right now. But today, we're here to talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I don't know about you guys, but that was a huge part of my
Mm.
childhood. I watched all the cartoons, and I've always been a fan of the show. How excited are you for the set, man? Talk to me.
The Turtles have been something I've appreciated this franchise because I feel like they've come out with new iterations for each generation.
Hmm.
And even getting old, like showing some love to the people who first loved it with stuff like The Last Ronin and all of this. I've always loved kind of this story of these brothers, whether it was silly and goofy and kind of the live action version, or kind of dark with some of the other ones. So I'm super excited, and of course I love Magic. I'm always geeked when they have a fun new collab. So I was looking at some of these cards, and I definitely think there's some turtle tribal ninja stuff going on that I might have to cook up.
Nice. Joe, what about you, man?
Yeah, I was waiting to go because like I was kind of ground zero and I was right at the exact age. Like I'm a little bit older than you guys.
Yeah.
And 1984, I was 7, 8 years old,
Mm.
and I had heard about the Ninja Turtles, and my extended family's from New England. Like my brother and I are the only ones from Pittsburgh, but the rest of my family's from New England, where the Ninja Turtle comics first started hitting. They were an independent
Oh,
comic book, a black and white independent comic that started hitting the shelves of some of the stores in New England.
I
So I
didn't know
started
that.
hearing rumblings about it. And then one summer I was up in Maine and I was on a ferry boat, and these kids were pulling comic books out of their brown paper bags that they bought from the comic store. And
Yeah.
in them, I saw that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cover. And I said, and I, just started talking to these kids because I was like, "Hey, excuse me, I know know me. I'm sorry, I was eavesdropping, but like, is that the Ninja Turtle comic that thing I keep hearing about?" And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Is it good?" And they're like, "It's the greatest thing ever made." So they let me read the black and white comics, which at the time it wasn't pizza and skateboards, and they all had the same color headband. They all had red headbands
Oh,
because that was the only cloth that they could find in the sewer. You know, Splinter put that on that, you know, and and so the storyline was different. It was the whole storyline wrapped up in the first issue because they never thought it was going to sell anymore. So, like at the end of the first issue, they kill the Shredder, they get revenge for their master, kill the Shredder, and then that's it. So then, crazy. And the comic book, the original, was oversized. It was on this like big oversized print, like bigger than what would fit on a shelf, because like they just kind of were figuring it out on, you know, as they went along. And anyway, so and then they were like, these kids were like, yo, there's a game there's a game based on the comics and the Ninja Turtles where you can roll to see what animal you are and be any animal and then figure out what martial art you have. And I was like, is it like Dungeons and Dragons? Because I had like the Dungeons and Dragons set, but I didn't know how to use it. And they were like, yeah, it's like that, but none of us know how to use it. And so when we got to the island, I went over to these kids, their house, and I started going through this book, this Ninja Turtle role-playing book. And I was like, can I take this home overnight? Yeah. And they said, okay. And I said, okay. And I stayed up all night, read the book, figured out how to play the game, and then started like dungeon mastering Ninja Turtle role-playing games at like age, I was like 8, 9 years old, something like that, like right in that pocket.
Gotta be the youngest dungeon master in history, bro. Gotta be.
Straight up. I came back the next day. I'm like, we need to make characters. This is how we do it. And then I started cooking up adventures to run these kids through. And that was actually how I started running tabletop games. You know, like I've worked with Dungeons and Dragons for years and yada, yada. But like it started with the Ninja Turtles and those black and white comics. I have them all. I have the original #1, graded. I have all the original Ninja Turtle role-playing books. I have all of them. I actually, as an adult, once I started making money, I bought the original watercolor painting that was used for the cover of the original role-playing book, which was painted by Kevin Eastman, who was one of the co-creators. Yeah. It was the first time, he told me it was the first time he had ever painted the Ninja Turtles in color.
Wow.
And I own that. He found out I had it at my house. He's like, I have to come over and see it. I'm like, because for him, it's like, that thing goes out into the world and then it surfaces in this actor guy you watched, he watched True Blood. He knew, so he was like, you have that? Oh my God. So he came over. And then I was like, I also have another one of the paintings from another one of the role-playing book. Like I just started buying all the paintings from the role-playing book. So I have all this OG artwork. And then he doodled in my #1 comic book. Like,
that's so sick.
I was like an OG. It's OG to like the point where when they started riding skateboards and eating pizza and cowabunga, like I was that guy who was like, no, this is like my punk band that now people are finding out about, and now they're singing like pop songs, and I'm like, no, you don't understand. They like cut people's heads off and swear, and it's like insane. And the rat's not a human; he's the rat. What are you doing? So it was a bit like that for me. But my brother had all the toys and all the figures. And I kind of like, not even secretly or low key, like I loved all those toys, and was always like trying to find the new ones. And so I've been like, fan from the beginning.
You're day
obviously,
one. And, this hits a little bit harder for you than most, bro. Like I think you told me a piece of that story back in the day, but I didn't know the full picture, bro. That's crazy. Like I didn't even know the origin story of Ninja Turtles, man. It's just always kind of been a part of cartoons and stuff in the morning for me. Wake up watching that type of stuff. I never played any of the games. I think I played one of the Ninja Turtle video game when I used to go in the arcades. Mm-hmm. That one was lit. That
was dope.
It was super good, and I've always been a fan of it too. But like, dude, I didn't know you were OG like that, Joe. That's tight.
Yeah, man. It was like a part of like me growing up. I mean, it was ninjutsu and revenge. It was revenge. It was a revenge story, and the Turtles were kind of like the X-Men. They were these outcasts who didn't belong, and so it was yeah, man. I love the artwork. And, yeah.
And speaking of the artwork, man, the new set has some sick new special treatments. They did like kind of like the 3D printed like pixel type art that's really, really dope. I pulled one of the new cards that I love. It's called Ninja Pizza. Um, basically what it does is it turns your food tokens into treasures, which is broken, and it also gives you like a food token like once per turn or something like that. But
Well,
that new pixelated art is super sick, and then they did four special arts for each of the turtles that are like black and white, like gold. They're gold, black and white. Joe, you have to
Mm.
get these, bro. If you have to get these, they're sick, bro. Like if you want, if you
you had me
collect
at
all
black. You
the,
had me at black and gold, man.
that's what I'm saying. It's like the OG, like you're kind of talking about. Like the new art
Yeah,
is sick. Like we'll definitely pop it up on the screen in the final edit. This is you
yeah,
guys,
because I'm here currently in Cape Town, South Africa,
yeah,
at work. I'm
yeah,
working right now,
yeah, yeah,
and I can probably look out my window and see Xolo. So, but
yeah. He's somewhere nearby.
somewhere on the continent. But I haven't really been able to see like what the foils look like, what the cards look like. So like I've been seeing a little bit, and I've been following like a lot of the YouTubers that are getting into what's what and
Right.
some of the mechanics and things like that. But I haven't seen them in person. But I always love that artwork. So
I'll
yeah, for
get.
sure.
I'll try and find some. If any of them come to me, bro, I'll hold them for you, man. Because those things are sick, man. I'm gonna get a set for myself as well too. So I'll work on
Yeah,
one for you too. Um,
sick.
but dude, the product is sick, man. I actually got to preview a lot of this stuff. I know you guys are out there working and stuff, so you missed out on some of the activities, but I got to preview some of the product over at Game Night's headquarter, bro, and it is a really really fun set, man. Like there's a ton of like good creature interaction, like the synergies are really good, like there's a lot of really fun ways to play the game, and they did some cool new stuff. They only released one of the command decks, but what they said was, and what the consensus in the in the community has been, is that this is one of the best precons that they've ever printed. They put a ton of good
Wow.
value in it, ton of like new reprint. I think they did like 40 plus new cards in just this deck alone. There's one card in particular in here. It's called Continue with a question mark. Completely broken, bro. It's one colorless, one white. It returns up to four creatures from your graveyard that have left the field this turn.
What?
It's
What?
crazy for a colorless and white, and it's instant. It's
Yeah, I was gonna say.
it's nasty, bro. It's an auto include in like basically any white deck. It's so good, man. There's some really cool new cards in the set.
Wait, I have a
Dude,
question for you about these new cards. Is your favorite turtle your favorite commander in this set, or was it someone else?
Donatello has some really dope like artifact interactions, and he's the mana
Okay.
blue. He's like what represents the mana blue. So not necessarily like growing up, Raphael was my favorite. And it's changed, like, I think you can relate to each of them in different ways, but I was young and like real like, rowdy and stuff like
Everyone,
that,
yeah.
so Raphael was
yeah, man.
like, he hit for me, but my favorite commanders and like the favorite printings of the cards that have come from this set are like the Donatello cards because I love blue. But honestly,
Mm.
man, there's a ton of really, really fun, cool cards to play in this set, bro. So I'm actually, it's good enough to where the point where I'm thinking about drafting, and I don't ever draft. I don't know about you guys, but I'm like purely commander player for the most part.
I like draft, man. Like whenever I go up to like WOTC headquarters or, like whenever I'm up there and they're releasing like a new set of cards or whatever,
Yeah,
like we'll go to, because there were like, bars or clubs in Seattle
right.
that do Magic Night. And like
Yeah.
we'll go and I'll like do draft night. And it's so much fun, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that it's not fun. Here, Zolo, go ahead.
No,
Show.
I was just gonna say I'm definitely excited to draft the new set. I mean, birthday parties. I feel like the past couple of birthdays from me and my friends, we've just gotten together and done a big old draft and just
That's
stayed up all
sick.
night. So I feel like it's always nice to have a new set, and yeah, the guys love turtles too. So
That's dope. So they actually did like a draft night specific box, which is really cool. So they did a draft night
a word.
specific box, and then they did a product. I have it downstairs. I wish I would have brought it up. It's a product basically where it's three players or three or four players versus Shredder, and it's
That
not anything like it's not like Magic the Gathering like in the traditional sense. It's like a kind of arch enemy, but you're going against like character cards. I think they did it for like trying to get like some family, like have like a family interaction type of
Okay.
environment and stuff, but they did that product, which is really cool. Obviously play
that's cool
boosters.
though, but also like story wise, like I was saying, that first issue of the original black and white comics,
Yeah.
it's pretty much like it gives the whole backstory, the origin story of the turtles, and how the rat, the rat was owned by this master who gets killed. Yeah, what's up? There you go.
There it is. He heard me. I love it. I love it.
But like, so the rat is owned by this master who gets murdered, and the rat gets loose in New York. You know, the rat's from Japan, but winds up in New York, gets loose, gets into the sewer, and then winds up getting mutated along with this like bowl. This kid's bowl of turtles falls into the sewer. They all get mutated together.
Right.
And the whole storyline is like this rat just trains these four turtles to get revenge, to murder this dude who
Yeah.
killed his owner, his pet owner.
That's
You know,
so
what I mean?
dark. That's
It'd be
so
like
dark.
it'd be like Bubbles. It'd be like Bubbles finding a bunch of turtles and like training them to kill the guy who killed me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's the whole issue. And then at the end, all of the turtles team up against the Shredder. So it's the Shredder against all four of the
All
turtles.
four of the turtles. That's sick.
So that actually story wise is kind of cool because that's an homage to the original story or the original #1 comic where all of them are teamed up. So everybody has to team up to try to take down the Shredder the way that you did in the first comic book, which is kind of cool, man.
That's sick, dude. We'll have to get WOTC to send out like some products so you guys can try it out while you're out there. You know what I mean? Like, I feel bad holding this product. Like, you guys should have some of this, man. You know what I mean? Give some time to kill out there. You know?
We got to get them past customs. We've been playing D&D lately, though.
Oh, I think I saw you post about that. That's sick, bro. That's sick. I love that. I love that, dude. You know what I was just thinking when you popped up Bubbles? We got to get
Yeah.
Bubbles turned into a Magic card, bro.
Hey, why isn't there a Chihuahua deck, man?
I'm saying like for the dog decks, like a little, like
Yeah.
a little, I don't know what the creature would be. I don't know what the abilities would be or anything like that. But like, I feel like Bubbles deserves it, you know?
You know, I'd be all right with like a like black mana zombie Chihuahua.
Yeah,
That's
Why
Bubbles.
was I thinking the same thing? I was like, you definitely need some sort of mind control. Bubbles is the mastermind.
mastermind.
With those
Yeah.
eyes.
Totally.
Yeah.
It just like creates all these like zombie Chihuahuas come out and like you just get pecked to death by this army.
Yeah. I like that. I like that. Oh, that's amazing,
I'm
dude.
I'm into it. Yeah, for sure.
That's good, man. So you guys haven't had the chance to play any Magic while you've been out there?
No, I brought a couple decks out with me. But I taught a few of our casts out here, and it's just one of these games that I think if you're not winning at the beginning, it can be a little frustrating. And I think our boy Iñaki, we had one night and then we went back to our video game. But
Yeah.
I'm definitely
You're trying.
yeah. I went back home and was like, all right, I gotta figure out. I'm not the best teacher either, so I gotta figure out what my pedagogy is.
It's tough, man. Getting people into the game is can be challenging
I just
for
am
sure.
always like, there's always things that I forget. Like I'll explain a bunch of stuff, and then one interaction will happen. I'm like, yes, yeah. So now, right. Hey, so basically,
Yeah.
I know I said that you can't attack on
Yeah.
the first turn, but
But for
now you
this one, you
can.
can't. Yeah. Explaining the stack to somebody who's never played too is just like the worst thing ever, bro. It makes it.
Dude,
I
explaining
remember.
the stack.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
explaining
Go
the stack to
ahead.
people who played for a long time. It's like, man, all right.
It's so annoying, bro. I remember, like, I have vivid memories of being like a kid in my local card shop, and like me playing something and think I did it, you know, and then they react with like a counter spell or some other thing to like cancel me out, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I played my spell first. Like, what do you mean? Like, it doesn't resolve, like you're on the like I just remember being so
It's
angry
a brain
about it, bro.
breaker.
Like fully raging in the card shop, and I probably quit and everything, and then just like sat there and watch him play.
I, I have one better for you. There was a time, the first time that I tried draft, where nobody had explained to me. I just went on my own, to the draft, and we opened the pack, and I see there is one land in here. And I'm like, "Pff, what if there's one land in these packs? If I start getting the lands, nobody's gonna have any mana source to use their cards. So I'm gonna, every once in a while pick up these lands. They're just passing them up. We get to the end and I see everyone walking up, heading towards the big box in the back with all the basic lands. I'm like, what? I
you, you were
I
trying
gave
to
up a couple of my. I 4D chessed myself into a 0-3 loss that night. It
you were
was.
you were trying to corner the market on lands. It backfired on you a
I
little
was
bit
like,
there, huh?
yeah, I'm gonna invest in this stock right here. This is going all the way up.
Amazing, amazing. So have you guys gotten the chance to see any of like the four main turtles? Like, do you have like a favorite that they printed as far as like commander? Have you guys gotten to see any of the commanders that you might want to build?
I'm a Casey Jones guy. So
They printed a cool one.
that yeah, that's so Casey was my dude. And that was always like when I was a kid, especially like when I was a kid, I didn't want to be I wasn't thinking about being an actor, but like once I started hitting like drama school age and then like got out to LA, I was like, man, all I want to do is play Casey Jones
Yeah, that'd be
in a
sick.
Ninja Turtle movie. Like that was my and like Kevin Eastman, he knows like that's like before I die, I
Gotta do
gotta,
that.
yeah, especially like when Last Ronin came out, I was like, all right, so it's like an older Casey Jones. So
Yeah.
like because I'm a little older now, and so
Yeah. I could see that
that would
for
be
you.
so it's like getting Casey to work and I hear that there's a Casey that mixes with there's like a Raphael that can
Mhm.
mix together.
Yeah.
And then I hear that there's also a Shredder Saga that's like dope.
Mm.
And then I was always curious about like because I played with colorless decks.
Mm.
So I was always wondering about like what they were
Krang.
going to do with Krang,
Krang is.
what they were going to do with like Baxter Stockman and like the Mousers, And I
Mhm.
was curious to see like because I always imagine like that would lend itself to a colorless deck really well.
They've released some pretty cool Crane cards, like the artifact interactions with Crane are pretty sick, and I'm pretty sure that they released like a 9-drop Crane that's pretty busted and stuff. So
Yeah.
there's some cool colorless and cool like Crane cards that they printed. I mean, there's a ton of stuff in here, but yeah. What about you, bro? Like any commanders that are looking good to you?
I looked at the 5 color, all of the,
All
I guess Ninja Turtle tribal
yeah,
deck.
yeah.
I think that just seems like the best of both worlds, being able to use all of them. I mean, it's stacked with keywords. Just putting that alone is pretty beefy. I was After you said Donatello, I went and looked up the Donatello card, and yeah, this is, especially since it's partner.
Mhm.
I mean, it's I love the art on this too. It's so vibrant.
I mean, they did a great job, bro. Especially like I said, the commander deck has been getting a lot of praise from the community. And speaking of which, everybody who comments TMNT in the comments here and subscribes, we're gonna give away 4 of these commander decks in honor of everybody here and in honor of the new set, man. Gotta give some stuff to the community, so make sure you guys comment TMNT. I want to crack some packs with the boys, bro. I'm itching right now. I'm itching, you know what I'm saying? To open up a pack and see what we pull.
Yeah.
A little draft booster.
Yeah. Like, I think it would be fun to run a whole deck full of all the mutants and all the animals and just have like a wild, crazy, mutant animal deck would be really fun.
Yeah, I feel like you always go with like you know how you have that what is it? It's like the Halloween themed deck. Like you always want to go like big monster, like.
But it's like
Tiamat,
it's neat. It's just
powerful dragon. Like it matches your vibe for sure.
stompy dinosaurs. Yeah, sure.
So good.
Yeah, let's see the front. What do they have on the front of those?
This one right here, pretty sick.
Nice.
Got this one right here. Got April. And then this one's pretty sick too. You got Krang in on this one, which is pretty dope.
Oh,
That's probably my favorite one. I like this one the most. Yeah, it's a good set. We got to get some of this stuff out there, man. You know what I mean? Pay, It'll get sent out there. We'll make it happen. I'll make sure WOTC gets you guys some product. I'm sure we can make it happen. Yeah, look, check them out.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Discard a card until the end of turn. It becomes the color of your choice and gains hexproof. Whenever it deals damage to a player, draw a card for each color amongst permanents you control. It's not bad. Pretty good card, you know? Not too bad. We'll crack one more pack, man, and then I'll let you guys go. I know it's been a long day for you guys.
I want to see the tokens that come out of these too.
Oh,
the tokens are some of my favorite too when it comes to new sets, especially the theme sets.
So they did here's the one for the first pack. So they did copy and then the rat token. The rat token's pretty cool too. And then here, let's do the second pack. Let me get to the rare and see what we got. We got Raphael the Night Watcher. Okay. It's pretty sick. Is this the one that you were looking at, Joe? That interacts with Casey?
I don't know if that's the one. Maybe. I don't know. I have to take a look at the mechanics.
So it's 2 colorless, 2 red. It has sneak for 1 colorless, 2 red. Attacking creatures you control have double strike. It's pretty good.
That's pretty deadly.
It's pretty spicy. And then, dude, the mutagen token is sick, bro. Like, I honestly love the way they did that. I think it looks sick.
Nice.
Oh, that's great.
It looks a lot like the I don't know if you guys have seen like the new show that they did with like the kids. It's more like a kid-friendly version that they did recently. My son watches it all the time, and it looks exactly
the anime looking one or which one?
It's more like it's a little bit more like it's like a softer like as far as the art is concerned, like it's not as hard as like the original ones.
Okay.
It's like very soft and like kind of like more modern, like American kind of cartoonish vibe.
Okay.
But it's on Netflix and like it's really good, dude. My son's been spam watching that for the last couple months and stuff. So it's been fun to kind of share that with him. And I actually got to take little man with me to the command zone to check out the cards and stuff. So he was
Snap.
yeah, we're getting them started young, you know what I mean? You gotta have those card slingers, you know.
Gotta have someone to sleep up my decks. You're like,
Yeah, exactly, bro.
So he does he play? He plays? Does he play with you all the time,
No,
or?
not yet. It's more just like the opening of the packs and like the collecting, the art. You know what I mean? Just trying to, like he already loves Pokemon, and like all he's into the other trading cards and stuff like that in anime, but like he really loves open up Magic, and he went crazy for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles stuff, bro. So it was cool to be able to take him with me. So it's a good time, man.
Fun.
But
Does he love Frankensteins?
What'd you say?
What'd you say, Xolo? I was saying, does he love Frankenstein? You take him to Frankenstein?
He does. I think I might have to take him this weekend because I went last weekend and he found out about him. I actually, dude, when I went last week, He found out about it, but I did bring him back a pretty epic toy, bro. Like I brought him back a King Ghidorah, like this massive King Ghidorah, all gold, like. And I recorded it when he walked in and saw it. It was sick, bro. Like so, anytime I go to Frankenstein's without him, I bring him back something dope. But I think I might have to take him back there this weekend, man. He's been asking.
Yeah, I would have lost my mind as a kid, man. Like that's just like, ugh.
It's the best place ever. I've been so the first time I went to Frankenstein's I was 11, and I remember it so vividly, and it's been one of my favorite places in the world like for the longest. And now I'm like really close with Frank Senior and Frank Junior and like the whole family, man. It's like I love going over there, bro. It's just such a cool place, man. I feel like Frank Senior doesn't get enough credit. He's like the godfather of collectibles in Southern California, you know? He's just like
Dude, when you go up into their office and you see like the stuff that's like not even for sale, it's mind blowing.
crazy. And it's gotten even crazier since probably the last time you've been there, Joe. Like he just keeps like oh, it's so organized back there, and he's got all the baseballs, all the bats, all the helmets, all the it just like the craziest like I mean, honestly, I mean, I don't know where he ranks in like the collectors in the world out there, but like he's got a lot of stuff. Or just really cool stuff, man, that you can't really replicate. So love those guys over there, man. But listen, fellas, I appreciate you guys making the time. You know what I'm saying? I know you guys have been out there working hard. Joe, big dog, miss you, man. You know, we gotta
I know, dude.
we got to find a way for us to get on maybe some spell table and get some games in and just vibe up and stuff. But I just want to thank you guys for making the time and coming to talk to me a little bit. And shout out to WOTC to making this happen. If you guys are watching, make sure you guys go pick up some of that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, man.
Yeah, make sure you tune into One Piece Into the Grand Line on Netflix, March 10th.
Yes, 150,000%, bro. Like
Binge it.
I've been so dude, I've been watching the first season. So ever since I found out that you were in it, bro, I've been binging the first season so I can get caught up and so that I can go hard and watch everything, man. So I'm behind you. It's so much easier to watch the live action than it is to try and catch up on all the episodes of One Piece, bro. Like I can't do it. I can't do it, guys. It's just it's like what are they at, like 1,400 episodes or something like that? I'm like, God, man, I wish I could catch up.
A lot.
It's just I don't
They're
know.
not
A
stopping.
lot, but yeah, like season 2 is it's awesome, man. I've seen that. That was the first thing I did when we got back to work on season 3 was I made sure that I got, advanced
Yeah,
links
locked in.
to season 2 because I had to catch up. I had to see what was going on.
100%.
But it's amazing, man. I mean, if you love season 1, it's like exponentially. It's like just even more. Like it's so great, and all the different worlds, all that,
Dude, I can't wait. I can't wait to see season 2 and 3, bro. You know I'm always here fully supporting you, my brother. And Xolo, I mean, I've been we're in the Magic community, so you got a fan over here, bro. I'm supporting you in the same way now.
Appreciate you. I hope to see you the next time I'm at Frankenstein's.
Yeah, have to, bro. Once you guys are both in LA, man, we gotta link up. Dude, really, like I said, appreciate you guys. And thanks for tuning in, guys.
Thank you, bro.
Zombie,
Y'all have a great one.
Zombie Chihuahua.
Later, Bubbles. See you guys.